Time now for a secret sketch stream while I wait for people to arrive to my chat, because I'm not going to sit here and have a quiet chat not doing anything. I have 10 minutes, I can get something done. And then we'll start the regular stream, and the people who missed the early bit, well, they can catch it in the rerun. But let's get drawing. Let's see. We'll go light and fast because I don't have a lot of time before everybody gets in. And I don't feel like officially starting the show yet. So I have a little time. A few seconds, doesn't really matter. Just waiting for my alarm to go off. Why am I doing this, you ask? I am doing this, dear friends, because I can't have you all getting complacent in the realm of sanity, expecting my universe to always be the same. Consistency is the hobgoblin of small minds. Every once in a while, you just gotta go a little rogue and keep the happy and happy hump day. So, I haven't done a speed art in quite a while. I mean, a true, how much can I get done in a matter of seconds kind of thing. So I figure I'll start today like this, and then when all my nasty little 10 o'clock alarms that, oh my god, Nick, you're running late, then we'll get back to the normal stream. And yeah, that ear's off size, but it's speed art, so I'm not going to worry about it. Do that. I like fun hemlines. Now, normally, especially if Al catches this, I would do some setup. Yes, I know the white font is fuzzy. That's because of the way my internet is running right now. We will try to do something about it in a bit. It should clear up once we get back where we're supposed to be under a normal program. But I wasn't feeling normal, and you guys always surprise me, so it's only fair that out of the background, I surprise you. I was going to do a sprite study, but I didn't want to try a new program under these circumstances. Well, new to you guys. If you want to see how I do sprites for our dear Joe Bachman, you simply need to ask. And I can arrange a sprite making demo, both in much more traditional art, although vector art works better, and in the new, very inexpensive program I acquired. I just felt, as I've been stressed lately, it was time for an emergency art time with Nick. Let's see, we'll give her that. Give her a little bit of that. This is still a safe for work program. No, this isn't a great pose. This is just me messing around a little bit. And I am totally going to do the ancient trick of hide the hands so I don't have to draw them. Because this is, again, speed art. Let's just knock it out, boys. I may do some more art in the very near future because I have a very busy weekend planned. So art time with Nick may happen far sooner than is usually expected. And that is because I have an outing this weekend. And I will talk about after. I was going to say assuming it goes well. But if it doesn't go well, I'll talk about that too, because that's what's called content. We'll just keep the skirt functional. I will say that there have been also some very strange YouTube glitches going around, especially for people using the Xbox console as their primary. I need to zoom out. Need to zoom out slightly and hide that because that doesn't need to be there. Not that you can see it, but it's annoying to me. And yes, I see you all. I'll give you all proper greetings when the show actually starts. This is not the show. This is pure goofing around because I can, and I am being mildly perfectionist, which is the worst thing one can do in a speed paint. But no worries. No worries at all. I'm going to fly over here, grab my fill tool. Refer to other layers. Yes, please. Oh, that's kind of complex. And I see some sketch points I missed, but I'm not real worried about it. We have to do this. There we go. We have to do at least something of a redhead variant for Uncle Carl. And this will also help me see all the little lines I missed. I can clean it up. This is, like I said, speed paint. She's been out in the sun a bit, so let's give her a bit of a tan. I know I Scooby-Dooed her eyes. That always happens when I flood like this. I could worry about it or just understand that that always happens. This is why you clean up your lines, folks, because if you don't, you get all this junk. But the nice thing about all this junk popping up is that it shows me when I'm dawdling where my errors are. And I want to see if I still have the mojo to do what I need to do. I'll come over here, grab my marker. Here, we'll just grab from the source. That way I don't have to remember which one was not quite right. That's okay. Actually, that's a happy little accident, but giving her absolutely coughed out eyelids helped, so I'm not going to complain. I don't think you will either. This is fast cartooning. Because sometimes when you're trying to decide what you're going to do and you only have 2 more minutes, but you don't want to wait on the stream, you do silly things. At least I do. There we go. Like that, I have, 1 minute. We'll get some dark lining real quick. Everyone should stream. It's really great for time sense and time management. I tell you what. Got the important part that made her a redhead. Because if it wasn't a redhead, I think Carl would cry. I don't want Carl to cry. Making Carl cry is Aunt Donna's job. And only when mostly provoked. Mostly. Let's see now. Add a layer. Let me multiply. Go 30-degree gray. I want to see if I still have anything like my old speed. Because really, I haven't been giving myself speed challenges. And, folks, that's the alarm that says I have to be a mature adult and run my show. So, we won't worry much about this picture.
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, Master of Marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermind. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. We are made possible, of course, by the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, by sales of the Big Stumpy Robots line of games and books and apps and coming proper video games. Yes, such good stuff is coming, as well as Hybrids and Sons of God, which the original double pack that Luke Stone is eroding in days quickly. So if you want to get your paws on that, you're going to have, and I'm sorry, you're going to have to go over to Fund My Comic and order it there with the 20% off code, because you're some of my people. I love you. You're 20% off with Beta 2023. We are, of course, also and most appreciatively made possible by a grant from the indecd.org. Pretty soon, StreamYard should let me be able to pay so that I can keep this fine level of streaming up. I will be going into my accounts to see if it will let me do that later today. And have another year made possible by the incorrigible, incomprehensible, blessed man that is Joe Bachman. He's not helping freelance artists like myself stay afloat. The wonderful man is making apps over bit.ly/jbtechapps. I have a commercial for him. I'll run it in a bit. We also are made possible by folks who give me money. That's right. Folks who give me money make this show happen at paypal.me/Nicholas Tockert. Other than that, I know for those of you who were here on time or early having a happy little chat, had a little bit of a random sketch. Not the best, but I wanted to loosen my hand up because I spent the whole very, very late into the night wrapping up my library commission, which was 13 images for the kids who play TTRPGs over at the Benton County Library, which I did free of charge because I love the kids. I have been running a game there once a month for quite some time now. And whether that continues will be a matter of some discussion. However, it is hump day, and we have a lot on the table. Part of what I've been getting lately are some interesting questions. And if you give me just a moment to pip over here. Over here and do this. Maybe. Anyway, well, there we go. This should smooth matters out for just a blink. There we are. I don't know if you heard the happy little beep. That was me turning off my art tablet. Finally, I got the extension feature fixed. So I have a full art tablet 4 times where I am streaming. It does buffer the image quality down quite a bit, all in all. but it's so much easier than doing it all on one image and straining to make it happen. Now, on my massive list of to-dos is the cleaning of the study and completing it. I actually have a very hard deadline for that coming down the pipe, as well as other shenanigans. But with my library thing finally out from under, and I have some game prep stuff, but that's not too big. I get to work on the art for Taylor Furlow. And then, friends, I get to deep dive into the wonderful world of sprite making and game design while I'm not working on my writing. But anytime I can get that, get projects done, it's very much, a celebrate moment. And now half of you are going, what the heck? But really, guys, you should know me. It's Canada Dry. Good Lord. I've also spent the last 2 days sick as a dog, which means I don't trust anything I've even looked at drinking out of for the last 2 days. So I've had to go into something a little more elaborate. My voice seems to finally be recovering. Knock on wood, plastic, and any other viable element that will provide safety and sustenance. But writing-wise, I plan to knock out some games by the end of the month, ignoring my incredibly busy weekend plans. So I want to get the revised version of my Microlight RPG out. I don't know. I'm very nervous about it because I'm nearing the end of the condensing and translating and taking old game stuff into my style. We shall see. But it's based on how I've run stuff that it has been codified in a pile of hand scratch notes from 30 years ago. I'm certain that there's no translation issues between ancient Nikis and, current Nikis. But that's in the works. Now, I've given you guys a lot of chance to get here, a lot of chance to get discussion, and I even started early because I had a wild hair up, so to speak. So, I'm going to run a quick ad for my man, Joe Bachman. I'm going to have to move that ad up on my list so I don't have to look so far for it first. So we're going to do that right now. Because I figure he actually pays the bills. He should get, top billing. And we'll watch that. And I'll be back in about 1:47 to hear what you have to say about what's going on. And we'll talk more. I had some more Ask Me Anything questions that might be very interesting to have here. I don't know. More in 1:47.
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music.
Hi, I'm Joe Bachman with Behind the Code, Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch on the Independent Creator Directory pages. On this show, you'll be able to watch me go through and update the Independent Creator Directory website with new features or new members depending on what we have going on that week. Again, that's Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch on the Independent Creator Directory page. Joe Bachman again with The Burning is Love on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, also on the Independent Creator Directory Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch pages. To find out more about the Independent Creator Directory, visit indiecd.org to find other great authors, artists, game designers, and live streamers. On this stream, you'll get to watch me go through and do various wood burning projects that I put on theburningislove.com. I look forward to seeing you guys there and hope you have a great day.
And you know what, Joe? Wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day too. Let's hit the comments because that's what people are really here for. And I've been prattling on for a bit. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl. Hey, what's been dude? Where's everyone else today? Sleeping in? And yeah, Donna, are they all cozy, keeping you warm? I hope you're staying warm. Or cool, or whatever you need to be staying. We don't have enough coffee for all of them. We barely have enough coffee for us. Hey, Nick, he's doing his own no warning. Yeah, basically, I had a wild hair up this morning. Hey, everyone. Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh. Hey, Uncle Carl. Now, y'all, I want likes on this episode. I started early and did random sketchery. That should earn a like from y'all. And I'm sorry, in my distraction, I almost forgot. Are you doing okay, Josh? I know the storms hit you pretty bad. Dana, that white font is fuzzy. Yes, it's a side effect of using it that way, but it is what it is. Good, it means it's not my eyes. It's much better on my screen. I have it set to 720p on the YouTube settings. Yeah, I only broadcast in 720p because it costs even more to broadcast higher. So 720p will give you the actual film image quality. Hoping things are getting better, Josh. A little. Just have to jump through the insurance hoops. Ugh. Well, we're praying for you, Josh. Got your internet working. Yay! Green room will hopefully be better. What? Don't mess up the redhead. Green room fixes all. Yes, it does. Let's see. We are having so many comments that I'm having a comment dump, so give me a second to navigate that. There we go. Let's see if that doesn't sell things down. Hello. About ready to head out for my fasting blood draw, which means I haven't had any coffee yet. Good luck on the fasting blood draw. Enjoy your adventures, Dawn. And then, enjoy something really delicious because fasting blood draws always stink. Dawn, good luck with the vampires. Yeah, I got to feed my vampires. Got to give the blood tax. Real easy. Any town that has a French name has vampires. It's just a law. It's just a law. Any old town that has a French name has vampires. So Lafayette, Narlands, they're vampires. Just accept that as part of the flora and fauna of the environment. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. That pre-show was going well. Hope it gets finished later. I'm trying to get loosened back up because I overdid it just a bit. And sometimes the only way to loosen back up is to do it some more. So it's sort of the artistic version of Hair of the Dog. And the worst part for me is I won't be able to share any of the images I did for the kids because they're based on minors, and I'm not going down that road again. They get the originals. The library gets the copies so that they can print off to make little proxies, and I get the chef. No, let's keep rolling. Callie says hi to all. Hi, Callie. Hey, hey, hey. Today's thumbnail a drow dabbing? Well, the drow is drawing a sword, but if the drow is dabbing whilst drawing the sword, there's nothing I could deny about the drow dabbing to draw the sword. Or is it a dagger? Because if they're drawing a dagger, that means that I would be not denying a drow dabbing to draw a dagger. That message was brought to you by Mr. Al Literation. Hey, Rich. Hey, Rich. Accountability. Let's hear it. Charging up phone and Fitbit for Muncie Adventure. Get it. Did some writing too, so I suppose that's important. Whatever it's important to you. Whatever you want more of in your life that we can help build up, let's do it. I'm all about it. And yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. I've gotten a bit of sleep, starting to get some things knocked out. I got a new rig for my breathing machine mask. And because of that, I'm sleeping better and I'm getting a little bit more air at night, which is all the yay, because that means I can think a little clearer a little earlier. So I'm late. Misty needed hugs dealing with her sister about Dad's house in a good way, not sibling fighting. Okay, that's great news. Accountability? Nothing. Too many brands in the fire and having to juggle them. Understand that. Canada Dry, you may have a problem. Yeah, it's the only zero sugar ginger ale. I think is this one made with real ginger? I don't know. Hey, look, I don't think it is. No, it contains a tiny amount of real ginger. I'll call that a win. Rich, you have the iron you gave me in my fire. Oh, I have the iron you gave me. Okay, that makes perfect sense. You gave her a story or a project. Is that a code? Lamau. Not actually. Hi, y'all. I'm not doing so hot, so I have therapy this morning. Talk to you all on Friday. I'm okay, just a bit tired. Hey, you get your rest, Alec. I know you're going through a whole lot. A lot of people like to make laws and make grand sweeping political statements, but they don't like to talk about the people actually dealing with it. So you're in thoughts and prayers as usual. If you need anything, email me, kiddo. I'll do what I can. That did sound strange. Multitasking is making me say odd things. That's my excuse. Hey, Alec, hopefully the week ends better for you. Iron in your fire? Looking at the weaves for possible kitty bling. Oh, we're starting over. I just hit the wrong button. I thought I had it, but I didn't. Yes, Gesundheit, Donna. Bless you, Donna. I take it Donna sneezed. Air bless her. Morning, Nick. Morning. Oh, morning, Nick. Yes. Good morning, Mr. Joe D. McPhee. I was thinking of you last night. I got to see a couple artists drawing Lady Mechanica live. And I shared the live stream. It's really a neat stream to see the pros going at it. And people who know I love me some Lady Mechanica. How's the voice today? Hopping and popping. I seem to be hitting all the notes and dropping all the sweet tunes for you great folks. And you know what? We do have Jody McPhee in the studio, at least digitally. Let's show him some love from the chat with his classic Joe D. McPhee, the commercial.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Thank you, Joe, for being a part of the show and always adding your wonderful opinion. And yes, my voice is finally kicking in. I appreciate all the patience you guys showed me Monday. It really was heartwarming. I don't give myself much room. Twice, Rich. She used to always sneeze 3 times, but she's getting better. Jody! Hey, Jody. Yes, please like the video. I nearly forgot. Oh, and morning to all the wacky members of the Ntf Crazy Crew. I really need to figure out a way to have a soundboard I won't get sued for around here, so I can just have the awoogas and stuff. I have a box that would almost work perfectly, except it insists on doing each noise twice. It would be the perfect soundboard if it didn't do each noise twice. And it's a physical little coffin-shaped object. Accountability. Might have to figure out what to do Saturday. I'm currently on page 51 to 52. That means we are at the end. So no spoilers goes into effect. Aha! One page, one shot of Lady Mechanica entering the ring.
I'm kidding with you, Joe. I'm sure you'll find quality content. You can't even have coffee. I can have black coffee on my fasting draws. I can't have coffee at all. Accountability. This means work on Amazonia is coming soon, and modules getting finish is on the horizon. Excellent. Fasting morning blood draws. First thing are cakewalk. Fasting morning blood draws that are like noon to 3 p.m. suck. Yes. Depending where they want me. I have to drive, if I'm fortunate, 45 minutes to an hour and a half to get a blood draw. Let's take diabetic man and be like, okay, no breakfast for you. Get up. Get suited up. I have to take my meds because that's just I have to get my meds. And just go. Ugh. You have my hey. And she's still a girl. You know that, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, Alec. I'm gonna support you best I can, kiddo. That's all I can do. Hey, Alec. And I do mean that. You have my email. It may take me a minute to get it sometimes, but I'm always here for you. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. The sanity is strong today. Ooh, messages. Plan the drawing on purpose, but I need my coffee. Lady M stream. Interesting. I will check it out. Find soundboard for Nick. Actually, Sanka still has caffeine in it. Decaffeinated coffee still has caffeine in it. I am now caffeine sensitive enough where my fingertips are that I have to be careful with my chocolate consumption. Yes, friends, chocolate and caffeine. Chocolate has enough caffeine to start my fingers burning these days. Yeah. There is nothing to get you off something like feeling like you're on electrified fire. But I do appreciate the effort. No, I drink when I am in the mood for the sensation and ritual of coffee. I have several totally uncaffeinated substances, including chicory, which I have found can be a little bitter, but quite nice. And Mandy got me some delightful mixes, and I need to get that set up. It was weird. Donna went with a friend. Cat's naps. With nobody to pester, I got bored and started writing on the novel again. Oh no, like the universe opened a time so that you could work on something that needed done? I don't know what that's like. And folks, it is officially summer, some summertime. I can coffee, but I like my creamer too much. I understand. Thank you for reminding me to take mine. Meds consumed. Wait, is white chocolate even chocolate? Yes, it has all the cocoa butter content. So I have to be very, like that. It's one of those silly things where I have to be very, very cautious with. I still deny white chocolate because it's weird. That's your choice. I am not going to yuck your yum or young your yuck in this case. But I will say my favorite candy bar is called a Zero Bar. It's got white fudge on the outside and almond nougat in the inside and caramel, and it is delightful. And I will give you a Nickism. This is not by any way, shape, or thing a established fact, but I've heard caramel and I've heard caramel. And the way my mind works is if it's a solid mass, like the little hard caramels, that's a caramel. That's a hard caramel. Good stuff. If it goes woo and stretches, that's caramel. Now, I don't know if anyone else thinks that way, but that's a nickism that I give you to think. Yeah, zeros are awesome. I used to, I encountered that bar while I was running cross country once, and not across the country. I was a cross country meet. Yes, I was in sports at one point in my life. Shock, I know, but the only place that I found that had them was across the border at the Welcome Center into Michigan. So every once in a while, and in a vending machine, this is before the internet was like it is now. The only place I could find them for counties around was to go all the way up into Michigan, hit the vending machine, clean it out, because when you're a teenager with a car and gas is cheap and time is plentiful, you do dumb things like this. Load up and then have a secret stash. I don't think my brothers ever found that stash of zero bars when I had it. Let's keep trucking in the comments because we had a bit of a junk. And hello, fellow creatives. I overslept. That's okay, Kelly. You didn't miss much. And we certainly were lamenting your lack of being here. Spent the night editing and writing. For the love of mercy, I need to start my daily 4 pots of coffee just to be awake by 4 p.m. to start my day. Arg! Well, if you're having trouble with your days, may I heartily suggest that ending your day with nice reading is a good thing. Something like perhaps the Rembrandt Stratagem, from the Paranormal Case Files of Bishop Kincaid. This is a two-fisted classic noir fantasy, noir, how do I call it? Urban fantasy, glorious story. You just need to buy it. Just buy it. Let's see. Now, where were we? I was talking about not having motivation to write on BCam's show and told he said to DM him. Maybe that feeling I was in trouble also motivated me. Wow. Ooh, therapy and therapy. Gotta go more early than I thought. Love y'all. Talk later. Love you too, kiddo. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Kelly, I'm cool with giving white chocolate a new name. How about we call it the better one? Mic drop. Like all things, it is a matter of choice, but you certainly make valid points. And good morning, Johnny. Later. Depends on how pretentious I'm feeling. When I'm feeling redneck, it's caramel. When I'm feeling bougie, it's caramel. I just love that I understood exactly what. Yeah, I can see that too. Hey, Johnny. Hi, Donna. Everybody's happy to see Johnny, as you should be. Follow Johnny at JP7 on Twitter. Incredible artist. He also has other links that he's going to put in, I hope. Later, Lake. Morning, Carl. How goes your day? Everybody, I love all the greetings. Lots of greetings. Writing again, Kelly, so that's good. Keep writing. I looked on my writing folder before clicking on World of Warcraft. Does that count? Do not make me get the squirt bottle. No Warcraft. Psst, psst, psst. You are a world builder. Step back. Half a point. No. What you do is you set a timer and you write for that time, and then you get your Warcraft. And good morning, Don. Hope you're doing well. Everybody, I love how do half a point. Okay. Driving mode engaged. Is Dawn a transformer? Dun 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 dun. Wait. Now, wait. Is Dawn Dulas a transformer? because that would mean that gives the nature of her trip to South Dakota with Michaela and Linda some whole new meanings. Oh, that's delightful. What kind of, okay, guys, before she gets back, what kind of car does Don Dulas transform to? Let's find that out. Meanwhile, it was a stressful work day. I needed to break stuff. I understand. I'm only giving a little joke. But it's the start of the Fire Festival on WoW. I watched Evercrack hit. When Evercrack hit, that's EverQuest for those of you who don't know the ancient, semi-ancient MMOs. It was one of the first big ones. And I watched it crush lives, destroy lives. I've known marriages ruined by World of Warcraft. That being said, I've watched the playthrough and I've looked at the number of cooldowns and I've heard the intense discussions and fine optimization. And thank you, but no. If I want another job that involves that much math and that much resource management and meetings, I'd better be getting paid for it. Green Room, Strickdick today. Morning, Don. Holds back Green Room comment on Don being a transformer. Excellent. With all these storms, I can understand where some of that may have gone. Rumbat Brett Stratcham is now in the hands of a book formatter, newly edited and ready to go. Yes! Book formatting is, of course, the terrifying bane of my existence. Nice, Kelly. Yes, nice. Let's run an ad. I'm happy that Kelly's done that, and I've harassed Carl quite a bit. So, in light that I've given him so much issue, I have no choice but to run Donna's ad. Ha!
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Did you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series? Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain DJ Martin of the Hunters Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime telling makes her the Hunters Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except to Dixie with his country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
Every time I hear Donna's ad, I want to put on the Oh Brother Where Art Thou soundtrack. I love that ad. Let's see what we got going on in the comments. Good. Donna's ad is less creepy. Good. Well, yeah. You know, I have to keep you hopping. Mental Image, trying not to laugh because I'm not sure it's transphobic. Ran by Crow, and they did not think so. Is a gender fluid person a transformer? Interesting, because I do have a fairly famous NPC who swaps gender by mood, but because it's a magic world, that they can do that and fully manifest. Foom, 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 foom. Great character. And speaking of Hunter's Ridge, the 5th book, Known Strangers, is out. I assume on Lulu.com. Looks to Witzman to drop the link. Drop the link. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop the link. Drop the link. Anyway, while we're waiting on that, guys, what else have you been up to? Oh, what? Oh, all eight writers are producing fantastic stories for my slated 2024 pulp anthology. Oh, and the cover for it is by an artist I'm keeping secret for now, is creating an award-winning cover. Ooh. That I love that. I love that because that means there is tea and it can be spilled. Thanks, Carl. There's such wonderful stuff going on. Well, I'm waiting for responses. But you guys are quiet today. Quiet. I will be doing probably a custom show showing off the new program I'm using to do the sprite design for Joe, because it is far from perfect, and it is not as powerful as some programs I use and love, but it is a wonderful application for drawing and then easily rendering, at least at what I would call 2.5. It's interesting. There's a tweak to it, and I will explain it when I'm doing the. Hey, I kind of like this program, but comments are coming back, like lulu.com/shop/Donna Carly/known strangers paperback product. There's got to be a different, more direct link. I may have to try to go through all the links on here from a situation where I can and see if there isn't an easier way to have the link that doesn't involve searches, because I'm curious. Banjo-Kazooie fan 1990. Good morning. How are you today? I am doing fabulous. I did a really kind of dorky speed art stream, just trying to loosen up my hands a little bit. It really wasn't anything too dramatic, but it did start early just to see if it would catch you guys' attention. And we've been chatting. It's been a good day, Banjo. Is an electric car transformer like a vegan then? Well, I think all transformers would be electric, because, or whatever energon cubes are. But yeah. Strike that. There was some actual accountability. I did about 39 minutes on a random Richie Monday night. So I did some creating that was more stream of conscious rambling. Rich, have you seen the show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? No, that's something. And it's sponsored in the chat. Did I miss him coming through the door? Hey, Bonser. I didn't think I missed him in the chat, but I will double check. No, I don't see him come up, so he must be lurking. That's fine. Bonser's an incredibly busy man. And yes, ndcd.org/about-Donna-Carlene. Much better. We love ndcd.org around these parts. Now, to address the question that came in on my lovely messenger, yes, I am wearing a Griswold family Christmas shirt. It is one of my favorite shirts, and it was that kind of day. Bonser, how the heck are you? Make sure you post on my authors page about your new projects. Yes, please do. For some reason, Bonsert's... Wait a second. I'm not seeing any of Bonsert's commentary, and I haven't seen anything from Facebook. We may be having another glitch then, because it says I'm streaming to Facebook. But if anyone is on Facebook and is commenting, I may not be able to see you, which may be part of the problem. We shall see. But is Bonsert? Yeah, I don't see Bonsert either. So you know what? I'm gonna do this. Since I can't see Bonsert, and I assume he's either messaging from Facebook or something's wrong. If one of you lovely admin folks with the wrench could go double check that he isn't being blocked or anything. Oh, she's just hallucinating, Bonser? Okay. Banjo. This week has been good. I went to Pizza Hut and Starbucks on Monday with a close friend of mine, and yesterday I did nothing. Today I went bowling. Well, you're active. That's wonderful. Are you creating anything? Do you have any projects in the works? I'm just curious. I mean, having a good life is a great project, but I'm just curious, Banjo. And it could have been Donna might have heard me say Banjo and thought I said Bonser. That's possible too. But because we've talked about Bonser, I haven't ran his ads in a while. I will run one of his ads because I haven't.
Greetings, fellow traveler, and welcome to the Association of Ishtar, a multiverse of cosmic mystery and steampunk adventure. The Association of Ishtar is a clandestine organization of volunteers investigating anomalies called rifts, portals to other worlds where anything is possible. Most of these planes are but savage variations of Earth, but some are home to advanced civilizations or the occasional alien beings beyond human comprehension. Every day, these brave men and women are risking their lives by crossing the fringes of reality. Should they succumb, they will die in obscurity. But it's not the Associate's vocation to perish, but to seek out and gather information on the copious threats lurking beyond the rifts to ensure humanity can overcome. After all, those who pry prevail.
Oh, God. Association of Ishtar is an amazing project. Speaking of projects, I had a contact a man named Thomas Brinchetti. I may be mispronouncing his name, Thomas, if I'm doing wrong. From involved in a anthology I submitted it to 5 years ago, pop up asking me if I was still submitting anything. It was an interesting experience because I'm like, that was done and dusted like before I moved. So it's been a run, but there are so many great projects coming down the pipe and so many amazing things going on between what Bonsert's doing, what's coming out of Mike, Jimmy, Lorsha DeBron. I mean, there's so many people on the edges of what I do and deep in the route of it that I am just honored to have these wonderful people. And you know, so many people are making things happen. And if you're watching this, folks, and maybe you're catching this as a rerun or you're a lurker and you're like, my stuff isn't as important. First off, your stuff is important. Secondly, if you don't think you can do it, try. Because the worst thing you can do is fail like I have. I mean, really. My face is caught in the ground more than it's, caught a finish line. But you just keep trying. You do different things. I believe in you. Let's see. Aunt Donna's just hallucinating, Bonsard. Apparently she wants a little steam in her punk today. I have to bounce soon. Weekly trainer meeting on Wednesdays this week. Cool. Oh, wait, no, not cool. You're talking work trainer, not like, yes, and lift, and do it, and lift. I tried to be your emotional and spiritual trainer. Give you that option. Lift. You have the power. Hey, Banjo. I think I mistook Banjo for Bonser. Happens all the time. Yes, us too. As soon as Callie is done cuddling with Donna, he'll be hungry for lunch. That happens. Between the sneezes, that is. Poor Aunt Donna has the pollen today. Or it could be the smoke. Callie's asleep in my window. So yeah, I'm having a happy summer. I'm so happy summer is here because I'm continuing to practice my bowling because I can be prepped for Special Olympics bowling season and league coming up. Wonderful, Banjo. There's no such thing as failing unless you intentionally choose to fail by doing nothing. Just my opinion. I respect that. Yes, having to deal with work. My condolences with having to deal with work. But yeah, this has happened to me several times, and I will say that it is getting greatly annoying. I will feel myself be like, there is something up. And I'll get prowly and doing stuff. And like, I am suddenly up till god out awful hours. And I have no idea why. What is going on? Just want to do stuff, and I'm not up to doing stuff, but I need to do stuff. And then I find out it is either a equinox or a solstice or the dang moon is full again. Am I the only one that this just hits when you're not looking? Because it's not that I don't know what day it is. It is the 21st. I know that because I looked at the sign. That doesn't mean a lot to me most of the days. It's like, I know the holidays exist, and I know the meanings behind them and stuff. But I keep just blind. Oh, crud. Is that today? So I just want to know, is anyone just like gets hit by that? Good morning, folks. Good morning, Joe. I hope you've had a good morning. We've had an interesting one thus far, Joe B. So what? So what about what? Okay. Hey, Joe. You can only fail once you give up. Lack of success is not failure. It's figuring out how to do something right. The only thing about Edison I like is the quote, and I don't know if he ever really spoke. I understand that. Knees and back were acting up with me, Nick, but Aleve is now doing its job. I am not allowed to leave anymore. I'm telling you, they took everything out. Is your hope... Oh, so what is your hope since the year is halfway done? What's your hope for the rest of the year? That's a great question, Banjo. I have a lot of hopes that are eternal. General goodwill towards all, peace, prosperity, environmental wisdom, stuff like that. More personal stuff, that Xander can do well, that I can steward him well. I've had to work on a lot of things for me that I almost consider off topic. No, I've had to kind of reach towards the next level of health, and I'm just dealing with the backlog. So it's really easy for me to forget that crawling out of a hole is still progress. But my hope, my plans coming up, I have several things I want to publish. I want to get practices going and the facilities right to do it, assuming I can get folks to come down. Although I will be having a Wednesday where I have a visit from one of my oldest friends and my first patron, Mr. Steve Augusta, will be coming here, barring disaster, so that we can, he wants some training. And I believe I am more than capable of walking him through the initial motions and getting him started so that he can walk that path. But a lot of it is, I don't give myself the credit and wiggle room I'd give anybody else, and that hasn't been fair to me. For example, I spent, because of the severe nerve damage that had to be treated, about a year and a half to 2 years basically on couch rest because I could not do anything. I was very limited in what I could do. And I'm like, well, my nerves are working great. I should be back. And it's been, a year and some change, 2 years and some change. And I'm like, I'm still weak. Well, yeah, a lot of my core muscles atrophied. A lot of things atrophied in that time. So I have to build back up. So we definitely need to do that. Morning, Joby says, from the desk of a small press publisher. And the reason I'm not running your ad, Joe's already have. Every inch, every nanometer forward is still forward. Yes. And sometimes you're clawing. Everyone's creative work is good. There is a fan out there who will always enjoy what you're producing. Yet there will always be critics. Move forward and show them the mainstream you mean business. If Steve needs a sparring partner, remind him to reach out to me. I believe I will. You guys are fairly local. Carl, I hope you feel better. Oh, thanks, Kelly. I feel the meds in the bloodstream pumping in the knees, into the knees. I will be fine. Excellent. Well, that's what we want. We want you to feel good. We want everybody to move forward. And speaking of feeling good, I think it's about a good time to run an ad. And I'm going to run the Cindy Koepp ad. Cindy Koepp is just such an amazing person who's done so much for this community. It's really a pleasure and an honor to know her. And it's just great times. Let's see. Rich says, time to bounce like a 3-year-old on sugar in a bouncy castle. Later, folks. Bye, Rich. That's lunch. Take a trip. Then a trip down to Terre Haute. See everyone Friday. With this heat, we will be fried. Later, Rich. Later, all. Have a great day. Absolutely. We're having a great day. I got about 6 minutes left in my standard time because we're going over just a little bit because I did a little early sketch to warm up. It wasn't the best, but I'm not going to complain. I may do some more art later. Sorry, just listening while filling out the tickets. Hey, you keep going, Joe. You're doing amazing stuff. See, after I get done with all this glorious stuff, I have a couple more commission pieces I have to iron out, and I'm going to do those pen and paper because my pen and paper is better than my digital drawing. I'm going to be looking up level design and stuff. So because I want to be really, really active and helpful on the games project to try to help, because I know you're working on level 0, just making it work. And we probably should figure out an actual plot for the game and things like that. So I will be teaching myself a whole bunch of new concepts in the near future. Because, I mean, it can't be any different than dungeon design, right? I mean, realistically. Be good, Lamau. Okay, I know. And see, how many Lamaus has Dawn Dulas? She's a Transformer, if you don't know that. But the real question is she an Autobot? Is she a Decepticon? And what kind of vehicle is she? If you don't have the answer now, feel free to submit it to the green room a little late so I have a chance to hear it Friday. You all can discuss that there. See, I'm giving Carl a gift. And so I'm on my way. After I drop my bowling ball off, I may go to the coffee shop here in town. You have a wonderful day yourself, Banjo. Stay safe out there. Everyone have a wonderful and fulfilling day. A typo, Carl. Typo negative? They were a great band. Let's see. I think I need to run this real quick because I'm trying to get some of the older ads. Well, actually, no, I need to run this because it's still pressing. So I'll run this.
Greetings, ghouls and boils. I'm the Ghoul Master, a loving homage to horror anthology narrators of yesteryear. Wait, I'm an homage? Why didn't anybody tell me? You'll hear from my agent about this. But first, let's get to the heart of the matter. I'm here to tell you about the new horror anthology, Memoirs of the Morbid, on Kickstarter in time for Halloween. Memoirs of the Morbid is a black and white homage to classic horror comics from the 40s and 50s, containing 5 self-contained stories by some of the best indie comic creators out there. There's that word again. I better not find out homage is an insult. Anyways, Memoirs of the Morbid is completely done and ready to go to the printer. So don't make a grave mistake by missing it.
Game plot: shoot the bad guys, heal the good guys, do the old Chinese move, run like beach. Wait, I think I've got that. This is a test of the big. Oh, I'm not running that. That one's cringy as heck. That is not the video I thought it was. I may have something else to show what that is. I can't stand that one. I am not able to stomach my own cringe today. Maybe later. But that was the idea. That was what they were doing an homage to, Banjo. Tales from the Crypt. But we are well over an hour, and it is about 2 minutes from my usual sign-off time. So I think the only thing that needs to be done is I want to remind folks about indiecd.org. Guys, please support indiecd.org. Please hit like on this. Because getting the messages out for all these wonderful creators this is literal word of mouth, striving against the algorithm, and you guys make it possible. So what little blast radius I have is done because you guys are cool. So get the word out there, share these videos, and keep creating. Whatever you love, go out there and do. Be passionate about it. Oh, another sale? Another sale for membership to indiecd.org may be coming? I'm looking forward to that. And Banjo remembers, well, that's the idea. Memoirs of the Morbid by Grant Lankard is trying to capture that wonderful feeling. And having seen some of the internals of it, it's impressive. So I think, guys, I've given you a few extra minutes and a little bit of extra content. I have a whole lot more to do, so I'm going to call it. I want you guys all to keep creating, keep writing, keep putting what you love out there, and make it happen. Because even if you don't like a story, you can always edit it, you can always fix it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I will be right here for you Friday, not just at 10 a.m. here, but at 8 p.m. Eastern over on the Historical Fencing Guild to give you even more wonderful content. And I have some news for over there too. So until I see you next, guys, keep creating, keep writing, because you can always fix it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you. Toodles.